Each one of us has some struggle or obstacle in our life that we wish that one day we wake up and we say, wonderful, it's behind me. Just like when we sometimes we have to take a test. We take a test, and when we come out of the test and we succeeded, we say, oh, finally, it's behind me. Each one of us has our own Egypt that we are in. Each one of us has our own Paro, our own Pharaoh that is abusing us, that is harsh on us, that is choking us, that is cruel to us. Imagine you woke up one day. Imagine going through these obstacles, this Egypt that you have, your personal Egypt, your personal Paro. Just like a man or woman who goes through surgery under general anesthesia, not feeling nothing, numb. After the surgery, ta-da! You're after the surgery, you did not feel anything. Actually, the surgery is successful and it's all good. Wouldn't it be nice? Wonderful? It would be amazing, right? I would like that. Parashat Bo, this parasha that we are about to read this week, is teaching us how to identify the Egypt on a personal level, not necessarily on a macro level as a whole nation, for sure as a whole nation, but it's actually coming to teach us on a personal level how to identify Egypt, how to identify the Paro that is within us, and how to go through life, and whether we should or should not go through general anesthesia or not. But before I continue, and before we dwell into these tools that Parashat Bo is coming to teach us, I want to introduce myself, as I see that there are so many new people here. My name is Yehudit Tamayev, and I am a social worker. I work in schools, in hospitals, I am a public speaker in events, and I do my own coaching. I am also on your social media. I have a YouTube channel. You can check me out on YouTube. It's called Yehudit Tam, T-A-M. I would love to have you check it out, subscribe, like, and share, and of course, hear your comments. Parashat Bo, numerical value of the word Bo, which is the title of this parasha, is spelled in Hebrew Bet Aleph. Bet, the numerical value of the letter Bet is 2, and of the letter Aleph is 1, equals 3. This parasha has 3 plagues that Hashem put upon the Egyptians in order for them to redeem the Jewish people from Mitzrayim. So last parasha, it was 7 plagues, and this parasha, there are 3. The 3 are arbe, lots of animals, darkness, choshech, and makat bechorot, that Hashem took away the firstborn of the Egyptian. Bo. Bo can mean 2 things. In Hebrew, Hashem says to Moshe, Bo, Moshe, Bo el Paro. Bo el Paro. What does Bo means in the parasha? Bo, he could have said, Lech. That parashat Lech Lecha. Lech Lecha, go. But why he uses Bo? Why he's not using a different word to say go? Because Bo in Hebrew means come with. Come with who? Hashem says, come with me. Because when he says to Moshe Rabbeinu, when he said to him, go, he said, me? I startle. We all know that Moshe Rabbeinu was a kvad peh uchvad lashon. He used to startle. He said, me? I should go to Paro? Me? The one that was raised in the hands of Paro? I am gonna go and face my abuser? I'm gonna go to him? And Hashem says, yes, you. But you're not going alone, Hashem said. You're going with me. I'm gonna be going together with you. The second explanation of the word bo means to be present. Hashem wants us to come, but not just to come with him, be present. Don't just wish for the struggle to be over. But before we can face the struggle, we have to identify the struggle. We have to identify first of all, who is Paro within us. We have to identify who is Mitzrayim, who is the Egypt in Mitzrayim, and then we can face it. Each one of us need to think to ourselves and say, what is it in my life that is abusing me? Who is the person or thing that is abusing me? It could be a boyfriend that is ghosting you, that is not responding to you. It could be a boyfriend, it could be a husband, it could be a boss that is disrespectful to you, that is using you, that is ghosting you, that is talking disrespectful to you. It can be your neighbors, it can be where you live, it can be your job, it could be something, something or someone external, but it can also be something internal. Sometimes we can be our own Paro, we can be our own abusers. Sometimes we can abuse ourselves. Sometimes we don't have a good relationship with ourselves. We don't have a good relationship with the food that we eat. Sometimes I'm not happy with my body. And it doesn't matter how much you're going to tell me that I am skinny. I am not happy with my weight. I am not happy with the way I look. So I have to identify, is this my Paro? Is this the thing that is making me feel guilty, shameful? And if yes, how can I face it? What can I do? And how can I say no to the way I feel about myself? Or about this person, about this guy, about this husband, about this wife, about this boss, about this salary of mine. I want to increase my salary, but I don't have self-respect or self-worth, self-value. So I get paid less. We want to identify what is it, the Paro that is within us. But that's not enough. There are also different characteristics to this Paro. This Paro is coming to hunt us, but he's very smart, just like guys. They know exactly what we want to hear. They know exactly what is gonna make us feel better. Food, flowers, jewelry, gifts, right? They know. There are different characteristics to the way this Paro is coming to hunt us. It wants to capture us, to lure us, to seduce us. Before we're going to talk about that, of how these characteristics are done, I want to tell you the 5 different stages of change in psychology. 5 different stages to liberation, to transformation. What are the 5 stages? 1, pre-contemplation, contemplation, determination, action, and maintenance. During pre-contemplation, the person is not aware, is in denial, or just doesn't want to believe that there is an Egypt, that he or she are in Egypt, or that there is an abuser, an outside or inside abuser that is constantly trying to lure us into old and bad habits that make us feel shameful, guilty, sad, depressed, anxious, fearful. During the stage of contemplation, the person is already starting to believe that there is actually a problem. There is actually an Egypt, and there is actually a Paro, there is an abuser, and I am being the victim. Starting to recognize that. During determination stage, the person is fully aware. I am in Mitzrayim, and there is a Paro over here who is ghosting me, who is disrespectful to me, who is saying mean things to me, who is bullying me, who is not valuing me, who is not uplifting me, who is putting me down. I'm fully aware. The fourth stage is action. Okay, now I'm ready to do something about it. I'm not going to let it slide. That's the action when we say, okay, enough is enough. I'm ready to go for the hunt. I'm ready to get rid of my Paro. And then we have the fifth stage. We have the stage of maintenance. Maintenance is the stage that sounds easy, right? We're past the struggle. We got rid of Mitzrayim. We got rid of Egypt. We got rid of the abuser. I'm free, right? That's not exactly true. It's not an easy place to be, because that is usually where the Yetzer Hara comes and causes us to fall into relapse, makes us miss the abuser. We're starting to think, wait a second, but he's so sweet to me, he's such a gentleman, but he opened the door for me, but he got me this and he got me that, and he raised my salary by 25 cents. And my neighbor said she's like that, and my child said it's like that, and my in-laws said like this and like that. And we start rationalizing, what is it that we miss about our abuser? And then guess what? We relapse, and we go back to our ways of Paro, of Mitzrayim. That's how smart the Yetzer Hara is. So what are the different ways, characteristics that the Yetzer Hara comes to lure us? We're going to go through the 5 elements: water, fire, air, and earth. Water would be, if you want to discover what is your Yetzer Hara, how is he luring you, think, is it possible that the Yetzer Hara, this Paro, is actually causing me to want constant gratification? I want things to happen right away. I'm gonna go into therapy. I'm gonna come out a whole different person. I'm gonna go into an Apple store and I'm gonna get another. This husband of mine said this to me, so I'm gonna divorce him. This child of mine, this, so I'm gonna do this. Constant gratification, passions, worldly, physical pleasures. This is water, characteristics of the way the water is luring us into our own Paro. And then we have fire. Fire, our compulsions, our impulses, our temper. How do we control our temper? Can we control our impulses? When somebody talks not so nice to us, are we able to say, hey, I don't like it, or I start cursing and shouting back? What is it? Is anger my Paro? Is compulsions, impulsive behavior is my Paro? How is my Paro luring me back into Mitzrayim? Is it maybe possible that it's earth, that it's obsessions, that it's things that putting me into depression, laziness, heaviness, slowness, sadness? What is it? How is it luring me back into my Mitzrayim, into my Egypt? Maybe it's air. Maybe it's saying to me, take alcohol. It's gonna put you to sleep. It's gonna be painkiller. Take drugs, psychedelics. One night stands. One more night. One more this. One more that. One more cookie. What is it? Hashem says, my dear daughters, you have two types of neshamot, two types of souls. You have the nefesh behemit, the animalistic soul, and you have a nefesh elokit, the neshama, the soul of God, which means the tselem eloka, the God that is within us, the image of God that is within us. As Hashem says to Moshe, Bo el Paro, how are you gonna come? You are going to come to your inner Paro, to the Paro, the abuser that is within you. What are you gonna do to the nefesh behemit, to the animalistic soul? How are you gonna come? How are you gonna attack it? You're gonna come with your inner image Elohim, your other soul, and with me, the universal higher power called God. And why is that important to find out? Who is Egypt? Who is Paro? Why is it important? Why? Because if we don't know that we are in Egypt, and if we don't know that we have an abuser and we are a victim to our Paros, how are we going to ever face it? How are we ever going to fight it? What are we gonna do? The Baal Shem Tov says on the words, Ba el Paro, meaning I want you to come to Paro. Bo el Paro, I want you to be present. Meaning, don't go to sleep. Don't go under general anesthesia. You know why? Because those struggles in your life, this Paro that is abusing you in one way or the other, is coming to teach you a lesson in life, to teach us a lesson. And if we don't face the lesson, guess what's gonna happen? The lesson is gonna repeat itself, and repeat itself, and repeat itself. Okay, so you say, Yehudit, all right, so I'm gonna go through the lesson, but I'm gonna put myself to sleep. I'm gonna keep on going through social media. I'm gonna scroll down TikTok nonstop. I'm going to take alcohol, drugs, you name it. I'm just gonna put myself to sleep. Hashem says, you know what, girl? You're gonna put yourself to sleep. You're still not going to get the lesson. So guess what? The lesson will come back. Paro will come back. Paro will come back to hunt you. If you're gonna eat that cookie again and again, you're gonna get the extra pounds, and you're going to get again into Mitzrayim, and you're not gonna like the way your body looks. And if you're gonna answer the call of this abuser, of this ghost, the person who ghosted you or disrespected you, guess what? It's going, if not him, there's gonna be another person, or another person, or another person who are going to abuse you. And guess what? The third thing why you do want to be present while you go through these lessons, getting through the lessons of life, is because if you're going to put yourself to sleep, or ourselves to sleep, then the lessons will come back, and the pain with them together, and then it becomes a chronic pain. We're constantly going to be going through the pain of life consistently. Hashem says, my dear, Bo el Paro, come with me to Paro, but you must be present. You must feel all the feelings that come with it. The fears, the anxieties, the everything, the joy, if the cry, the pleasure, whatever comes with facing Paro, you must feel present. You must feel it. Face the fear. I don't know if you ever watched the movie The Sixth Sense. Did anybody watch the movie The Sixth Sense here? Basically, in the movie, there is a small child who has a special thing going on. It's not so special at this point of the movie, that he keeps on seeing ghosts, and these ghosts are running after him and always scaring him emotionally, psychologically, and eventually through the movie you see that these ghosts are actually harming him physically, little child. You see bruises on his face, on his body, and they go to all the social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, everybody, and they can't figure out what to do with the child. The child already has physical signs of abuse. These ghosts are abusing him. Nothing they can do until this little child figured it out. And he said, nobody can help me but me, and the image of God that is within me, and the God that is the higher power that has given life to me. And what does he do? One day when the ghosts are running after him, he turns around, he faces the ghost, and he said, what do you want? What do you want? Can I help you? And then the ghost is like, you see the ghost getting really scared from the little child. And then the ghost tells him, I just want to tell you that somebody in your community is about to get hurt by a car and die. You need to go and warn them. And so on and so forth. These ghosts keep on coming to this child's life to help him and to warn other people from bad things happening to him. So at first, seeing this ghost where the worst thing is in his life, it was death. But now he discovers that seeing these ghosts are the pleasurous and the most joyful and special things that are happening in his life. He's able to save so many people by doing so. The Baal Shem Tov continues and says, Lo tirara ki ata imadi. Don't be afraid of the devil. Don't be afraid of badness. Don't be afraid of the struggles. Don't be afraid of your paro, whoever this paro that you discover this is. Why? Ki Hashem imadi. Because I am with you. I'm here to help you through this. And the Baal Shem Tov continues and says, Chodesh Shvat, which is the Shvat, that Shvat is the Chodesh that we're entering right now, is the Chodesh of growth. It's the month of growth. He says, there is no growth without pain. Forget it. You're not going to go to the psychologist, to my office, and you're going to say, Yehudit, here is $350. Fix my stuff. I had clients come to me. It's like, wait, but I still have him in my life. But I still have my problem, right? You know what? I can give you the tools. Hashem can give you the tools, can give you the strength, the empowerment, the support, the technique. But at the end of the day, we have to get dirty. When we put a seed in the ground to become a plant, to become a tree, it gets dirty, right? It gets wet, muddy, dirty, cold. The seed is under the ground, all cold, all alone, all dirty, all wet, all scared. But guess what? Then comes the time of transformation. When we hit rock bottom, that's when we know it's time for transformation. Then the plant comes out. Then the butterfly comes out. There was a story about this little child and his grandfather. They went to the park. At the park, the grandfather said, "Oh my God, sweetheart, look! There is a caterpillar here, and the caterpillar is going to turn into a butterfly. It's a magnificent thing to watch. Let's do it together." So they started watching, and they see the caterpillar moving, and pluck! There was a crack in the shell, and one beautiful wing comes out, all gorgeous yellow with polka dots and a trail like around it, so beautiful. But right there, somebody had an emergency, and the grandfather had to excuse himself and go. But he said to the grandchild, "You stay here, keep watching how this butterfly comes out. But one thing I tell you, do not touch the butterfly. Do not try to help it come out. Let the butterfly come out, and it's a magnificent view." And the child says, "Okay." The grandfather leaves, And he fights, and the butterfly tries to break the shell, but it's not possible. The shell is not breaking. So the child says, maybe I should help this. No, grandfather said not to help. And he sees that the struggle is so bad. So he takes his little fingers and he opens slowly, very slowly, quickly, a little bit of the shell of the butterfly. And wonderful, beautiful, another wing comes out. And the butterfly comes out and he's flying. And the child is like, wow, so beautiful. 2 wings, yellow polka dots. There is a trace of black around. It's so amazing. But before the butterfly even reaches the child's height, the butterfly falls and dies. And he started crying, sobbing, crying. The grandfather comes over and he says, sweetie, why are you crying? And he says, the butterfly came out, it flew. Did you touch the butterfly? Grandpa, he was struggling. I felt so bad for him. I didn't know what to do. Just a little bit. So the grandfather said, that's so nice of you, sweetheart. You have such a good heart that you wanted to help the butterfly come out. But you know, a butterfly only lives 24 hours. That's the lifespan of a butterfly. And the butterfly has a body that is heavier than its wings. So Hashem developed a hard shell for the butterfly in order to be able to develop muscles in his wings in order for him to pick up his body. And the child said, oh, the grandfather said, aha moment. My dear sisters, Hashem does the same thing to us. We are all beautiful butterflies, but we have hard shells. We have hard life. We know life is not meant to, nobody came to this world in tranquility and peace. There is no such a thing. Hashem wants us to put a fight. Hashem says you're not going to walk into the psychologist and come out with a constant gratification. You're just like walking into a Mac store or an Apple store and you're out with a product. No, you're going to work hard for it. You're going to have to work hard for it. You cannot come out different. There is no change. There is no transformation without pain. I want you to put a fight, and you are going to develop beautiful muscles for you. But hey, I'm right here watching. You're not alone. We are together in this. Vayachbed Hashem et lev Paro. And then eventually it says that the Paro says, okay, you know what? You want to come out? No problem. I'm going to let you out. And right after, it says that Hashem had made Paro's heart heavier, harder. Excuse me, Hashem, where is free choice? Does he really have a free choice? If Hashem makes his heart heavier? So Hashem says, actually, in order for us to make a choice to come out of Mitzrayim, to actually make that choice, I had to do that. Because if I would put another plague on him, and another plague, and another plague, and it's already impossible for him to bear it, then he will send you without a choice. But when I made his heart heavier, harder, I gave him the opportunity to develop the choice, to give himself the choice so he doesn't regret it later. I wanted them to go. I'm happy that they went. I wanted this Paro to live my life. I'm happy that he did. I'm not coming back. And this Paro is not coming back. It says, "Akol bidei shamayim chutz mi'irat shamayim." Everything is in the hand of HaKadosh Baruch Hu except irat shamayim, fear of God. And then it says, "Hine netati lefanecha et hara ve'et hatov," the mavet and the chaim, u'bacharta b'chaim. Here I gave in front of you death and life. Please choose life. If Hashem says everything is bidei shamayim, everything is pre-written, where is my free choice? What's my free choice? Your free choice is to face your Paro, is to say no to things that you're not supposed to have, the boundaries that you cross in your own life, the boundaries that others cross in your life. Saying no is your liberation, is your redemption. After Hashem is machbid et lev Paro, Paro says, oh my God, I can't handle this anymore. Lechu, he tells them, go, mi v'mi ha'olchim, who is going? So Moshe said, everybody's going. No, he says, you are going to go, all the men are going to go, and the woman will stay. The woman and the children will stay. What does Moshe says to Paro when he says who and who are olchim? בגברנו, בנשינו, בטפנו, ובזקנינו, כולם הולכים. Our men will go, our women will go, our children will go, our elderlies will go, everyone will go. There is no partial redemption, Moshe says to Paro. We have to say to our own Paro, whoever that Paro is for us, there is no partial redemption. Everything or nothing. There is no partial. Everything, everybody is going out. There is an organization called Yad Le'achim. I don't know if you have heard of it, but this organization takes out women who goes to the Arabs, and they get stuck over there. When they finally take them from the Arab villages, they change their location, they change their numbers, they change everything that these girls have, so that their abuser, their Arabs are not going to take them back. But sometimes there are cases where Yad Le'achim did not successfully block all the avenues that this Arab guy can reach this girl. And once he reaches this girl via email, via text, or she reaches out to him for whatever reason, it's all gone. They're going back to the village. And therefore, we say to Paro, we say, it's all or nothing. If we have gotten to a point where we recognized, we identified that we are in Mitzrayim, we identified our Paro, now it's time to set boundaries. I love you, I care about you, but you can't talk to me this way. I am texting you, please respond, please don't ghost me. Communicate, put the boundaries. This is what you can say to me, this is what you cannot say to me. This is what I will eat, this is what I will not eat. If this food, I can't control it, I can't have it. If I can only have it in the morning, we have to put our boundaries to our Paro. But if for whatever reason, the outsider Paro cannot respect your boundaries, or you for whatever reason cannot control your inner gratification, and you cannot respect your own boundaries, cold cut turkey. Hashem says, cut it off. Block him. Block her. Get rid of that. Get rid of that cookies. Get rid of these people. Get rid of whatever it is that is in your Paro in your life and is not respecting your boundaries. You get rid of it. Then we come to the final stage, the stage of maintenance. At this stage, like we said, the Yetzer Hara is luring us to go back to the person or the thing that is our Mitzrayim, is taking away from our redemption, from our salvation. And we have to, at this point, at maintenance, at this stage of change, of transformation, we have to remind ourselves what we wrote back then. What is it that I felt? I left for a reason. I blocked this person for a reason. I got rid of this food for a reason. I changed my children's schools for a reason. Remind yourself why you did it, what it had cost you, what you have lost during the time that you were in Mitzrayim and the time that you were with this person, so that this wonderful gentleman, this beautiful meal, this amazing gift, this horrible person, this neighbor, this school, this boss, whoever is that Paro, you don't miss that. You don't say, oh, but I had good hours in this job. It was close to me. They don't pay me enough, but it's good for me to have with my children. I have little children. I need the flexibility. No! If there is no respect of boundaries, you cut cold turkey. and you remind yourself why you left. Makat Choshech, we're almost done. With Makat Choshech, this parasha has three makot, like with three plagues. One of them is the Choshech, is darkness. Hashem says, my dear daughters, it's gonna be dark sometimes. We already figured it out. Life is just ups and downs, and we have to go through it. And not just go through it, we have to feel it. It's gonna be dark. But believe me, Hashem says, Ki yeshev b'choshech Adonai or li. You are going to be sometimes in the dark, but you will feel the light. You will feel the people that I will send into your life to help you go through the darkness. The first mitzvah in the Torah is actually in this parasha. And the mitzvah is a beautiful thing. It's what we're celebrating today. HaChodesh hazeh lachem Rosh Chodashim. The first of each month, Hashem says, I want you to sanctify and to joy on the first day of each month. And why a month? Why not a year? Most nations celebrate the sun. They celebrate the new year. Why do we celebrate the month? Why do we celebrate the moon? What's so special about them? Why the moon? Because Hashem wants to tell us, my dear daughters, my dear sisters, the moon is never always full, and it's not always missing. It keeps on changing. There are gonna be times that are gonna be up, and there's gonna be times that are gonna be low. Guess what? It's normal. Hashem says, it's normal. It's okay. Hashem says, moon, why moon? Because the moon does not have its own light. Hashem says, I am your light. Look up to me. Look up for me. Look and believe. Have emunah and bitachon, and you will gain the light. And the third thing that Hashem says, why moon? Because moon, at this day, we are able to take a regular, mundane, secular day and sanctify it and make it a holiday. And with this, I'm going to finish. The Jewish women are coming out of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, with tupim umecholot. They're coming out with drums and happy and dancing. But hey, it says, sheyetz'u bechipazon. They had to hurry up. We all know, everybody who is sitting over here, when you had any kind of redemption in your life, if you find your match, you got married, whether you found a job, whether you bought a car, you signed a contract for your new home, you know very well that when the redemption comes, it comes quickly. It doesn't let you think. All of a sudden, everything is so worth it that you say, I don't even need to think. I'm going for it. The redemption happens. So Miriam knew that when the redemption will come, when the time for transformation will happen, it's going to happen very quickly, and she wanted to be prepared. So she prepared tupim, she prepared the drums. So with that, my dear sisters, get ready for your redemption, because I feel like each one of you already know that you are in Egypt, already know who is your Paro. And today we discovered the tools of how can we deal with this Paro. Now I want you to think about what can you do. Are you looking for a husband? Then buy something. If you're looking to get married, buy something for him. Buy something for yourself. Buy yourself a wig. Buy yourself shoes. I don't know, anything that has to do with the wedding. Buy for yourself. If you were looking to have a child, then buy something for your child. Buy a crib, buy a small clothes. Buy something, buy a pacifier, a bottle, something that is going to make you look forward. If you want to lose weight, then find the dress that is outstanding, that you can't wait to fit into, that is so gorgeous. Anything, buy yourself, get yourself, to give you the motivation for the amazing and successful redemption and salvation. Rosh Chodesh Tov.